follow my lead. We on the road to achieve success and settle for less. No need. If you could dream, you can achieve what you believe.
What's going on, YouTube family? It's your boy D Wills here, coming at y'all again with another video. If you haven't already, please take one moment and subscribe to the channel. I'm putting a playlist together of all the chest exercises that I feel will build the most complete chest. I do majority of the exercise that I'm going to be displaying to y'all. I don't do all of them, but I still feel as though y'all need to know the exercises anyway. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with the most basic chest exercise that you can do, and that is the push-up. The push-up is a body weight movement. This will be the kind of exercise you want to go for if you don't have any equipment at all. Even if you do have equipment, it's still an excellent exercise to go after. The push-up not only builds the chest, it builds the deltoids, it builds the triceps, it builds a little bit of the biceps, the back, and the abs. All right. Important facts that you need to understand first before we get started is that with the push-up, you're only lifting about 55 to 60% of your body weight. Okay, so if you weigh 200 pounds, you're not pushing up 200, you're only pushing up about 110 to 120. All right, that's okay. Just know that because you can't lift as much weight with it unless you have a weighted vest, you have to do more volume. Volume in this case being more sets and more reps. So we're gonna, I'm gonna demonstrate that for you right now. You may have to come down. Well, you know, you do whatever you want. All right, so first and foremost, you need to make sure that your hands is pretty much about outside of shoulder width apart, okay? You need to make sure your hands are outside of shoulder width apart, and they really need to come to about the midline of your chest. And so you don't want to be like up here. You kind of want to be right there around the midline of your chest. Next, you want to have your toes, pointed straight down, all right? And you want to have your body in a straight line. You don't want your hips or your torso to be low like that, and you don't want it to be too high. You want everything to move in a straight line, all right? You want to look straight ahead, all right? And when you come down, you want your elbows to go back. You don't want them to be flared out. You want them to come back. All right, so now that you have the position set up correctly, we're gonna go down with our head forward, come all the way down to where your chest is touching. You pause, go back up, come down, pause, go back up, pause, go back up. All right, if you do not yet have the ability to do the regular push-ups, then you can do them on your knees. It's not just for women. You know, if you like I said, if you don't have the ability to do the regular push-up, you can do them on your knees too. You want to make sure you get this pause motion down because you want to be able to lift from a dead stop position. Once you get better at the movement, then you'll start to be able to focus on more volume, so you'll be doing more reps. So you may be doing 30, 40, 50 at a time, and you might not be doing pause work as much. But you do want to start off doing pause work where you hold it at the bottom for 1 to 2 seconds with your head straight ahead, not looking down at the floor, but straight ahead, so that you can come all the way down and get the full range of motion. Okay? Again, this exercise is something that you definitely need to start off with, or you need to be doing whether you have weights or not. Next, we're going to go into the decline push-up. All right, now the decline push-up, it works the upper pecs, okay, the clavicular head, the anterior deltoids, triceps, pretty much everything else that the standard push-up works, except it really accentuates the upper pecs and your anterior deltoids more. An important fact that you need to know is that with the decline push-up, the more elevated your feet are, the more percentage of body weight that you use. So on a typical bench like this, that's about 18 inches, you would be lifting around 75% of your body weight. So this is an excellent way to make the movement a lot harder. Just to give you a reference point or something to go after, on a handstand push-up where you're upside down, you're lifting 90 to 95% of your body weight. So that's something that you can gauge off of. But we're gonna get started. Again, the setup is pretty much the same as the standard push-up. The only thing is your feet are just elevated. So once again, outside of shoulder width apart, at the midline of the chest, put your feet up, toes pointing straight down, come down, look straight ahead again, pause, try to keep your body in a straight line. No hips sunken down or up too high, in a straight line. That'll tighten all of that up, all of that. So these two movements right here, the decline push-up, standard push-up, excellent. Try to get to a point where you can do 20 reps, 30 reps, 40 reps, you can kill it. If you don't think push-ups can do anything, try looking at people like Herschel Walker. You know, he used to do like thousands of push-ups. Marshall Falk, he used to do like 1,000 push-ups every other day. And this is like all these guys used to do. Both played in the NFL. Great running backs. So you can build a lot of muscle with push-ups despite not being able to add weight to it. You can add a weighted vest to it. I believe you can get them up to about 200 pounds. And you can just build from there. So that's the push-ups. Push-up, decline push-up. Take it easy. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Take it easy.